Hey, Shalom. All praises to Yahawashi Is. Much mercy and peace to you true brothers, the true house of David. Like I always say, man, you brothers that were actually in the spirit. And, you brothers forgive me. My last video had a lot of noise in it. Sometimes we have to put time to do this truth, man, and we really love this truth. So, sometimes we don't have the luxury of doing it like these guys that be doing videos in their fucking couches, and you know what I'm saying? Like brothers are on the move. But nonetheless, that doesn't take away from the fact that you have to believe in Yahawashi. And like I was saying in my last video, this thing is about you being you defending Yahawashi as much as possible. And you're giving your life for Yahawashi. Like just like the Lord, He gave His life for you, you got to give your life for Yahawashi. That means that you have to hate what this world loves. This world loves the pride and the fame and the glory. Everything that the Lord hates, this world glorifies. So the Lord was in that spirit where He was offending the world because the world was not in His spirit. And the world was Jerusalem. The scribes and the Pharisees sitting on the high seats. The Lord, He was confounding guys in such a way that they were so mad they wanted to put the Lord to death. That's how much this man was confounding these guys and how much he was exposing them. If you're in the spirit of Yahawashi, man want to slay you on a high level because you're not making friends. You're not teaching this thing to be glorified, and you're actually walking it like you're talking it. In so much that man want to seek to kill you. And the thing with the apostles, and the true man of the Lord, you notice that they always said, I am left alone. Elijah, he was all by himself when they slew all the prophets, man. Elisha was all by himself. Micaiah, he was all by himself. All these men were all by themselves, and they were going against the kings and the princes and a lot of men that was not of the Lord. So you got to understand that this truth, it only takes a few men to really do this type of work. And not everybody's really chosen to do this type of work. This work, you cannot serve two masters teaching this work. You cannot be a part of the world trying to teach this truth because it's not going to come out right. The Lord said that you had to serve either Him or the world. So if you're serving the world, then what's going to come out of you is going to be shit of the world. Esau, the woman, things of that nature, things that are not really edifying, brothers, man. We've been going into heavy topics, and every single day we bring it out. We go into Yahawashi, because Yahawashi is that light. And so with that light comes that understanding. You actually understand who the wicked is. You understand who the righteous is. If you're not in the spirit, then you won't understand where the righteous is. That's why we say, if you're watching guys by this time that were corrupt, they're not teaching you where the spirit is. They're just teaching you a bunch of fucking info, like newscasters. If you go on the news, they can tell you a bunch of shit, but that don't mean they love you. True love is rebuking you and getting them demons out of you, which Yahawashi was actually teaching you. He was teaching you how to actually love your brother, because love is not just saying it; it's also moving according to it. How you doing, my man?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. You see, it's also moving according to it, man. And that's the heaviest thing you can do. Lay down your life for your brother. Which I'm gonna grab this precept, like I said in my old video. I'm probably gonna delete that other video. Like I said, brother, it was a little too loud. And we don't just do videos just to do it, man. If something's wrong and it's too loud, then we're gonna delete it. We're not these type of guys that want to be seen, and you know what I'm saying. So let me grab this real quick. Hold on. Right, so this is Matthew chapter 15 and verse One, see, the Lord was teaching in His Word in power and in strength, and the power came from Him taking the low seat. And if you understand the Lord, He was teaching you to take the low seat too, so you will have the power, that you will have those fruits of the Spirit to give unto other men, so they can see for themselves. This thing ain't just about you holding on to it. This truth is about you giving willingly. You know, Matthew chapter 15 and verse. Matthew chapter 15 and verse 12. Then came His disciples and said unto Him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard the saying? But He answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father has not planted shall be rooted up. So the Lord is telling you, everyone that's not planted in Him, when the true Spirit comes out, they will be rooted up. That's why you understand, by the way that Yahawashi was coming, them guys were being rooted up because they were not planted. And that's the discernment you get through Yahawashi. This truth is not just about teaching all this other shit, man. You have to teach about the Lord, what comes out of Yahawashi, that discernment. Because through Yahawashi, you see who's really of the Lord and who's not, just by the way that guys react to the truth. So the way that the scribes and the Pharisees and the ones that was not of the Lord were reacting, they wanted to kill the Lord. They wanted to slay this man. You know what I'm saying? All the prophets had to go through them similar experiences when they taught this truth. When you get that word for offended, right? It says to put a stumbling block, to trip, to fall, to entice, to sin, to cause one to be offended. It says to fall away, to cause one to judge unfavorably or unjustly of another, to cause one displeasure at a thing. It says to make one indignant, to make one displeased. It says to make one to stumble, right? So through Yahawashi, he was making guys to stumble because they was not of the Lord. One of the things that Yahawashi was doing, he was going through them temples. He was casting down tables. All these things the Lord was letting you know was you can do these things too if you believe on Him. And these are the men that are actually doing the works of Yahawashi. Those that actually believe on Him. Because you're going to be in a place where you're hated. The world's not going to love you like that. But it's not supposed to love you. Because the words that you're speaking is actually condemning the world. You see what I'm saying? See, the Lord teaches you to be strong on your own. He teaches you to be a man. He teaches you to hold your own. Not rely on another man. Not rely on other things but Him Himself. And so that's the type of spirit that you get when you believe in Yahawashi. You're not relying on anything else but Him. That's why He tells you, build yourself up in the spirit, and everything should be added onto you. But He was making guys offended by the way that He was teaching. He was rooting guys up. Just like when you go to John the Baptist, when He tells you in Matthew's chapter 3 and verse 6, it says, Then went out to Him Jerusalem and all Judea and all the region round about Jordan, and were baptized of Him in Jordan, confessing their sins. But when He saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees come to His baptism, He said unto them, O generation of vipers, who has warned you to flee from the wrath to come? Bring forth therefore fruits meet for repentance. So both Yahawashi and John the Baptist, he was letting you know that he could see that guys was not right. So he wasn't in a spirit where he wasn't confrontational. He was letting you guys know that they wasn't right to their fucking face. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the spirit of Yahawashi. This is what makes guys upset at you. How's it going, man?
What's up, bro?
You see, when you come like that, and just like he was doing too, only a few really believed in Yahawashi. So just by the way that Yahawashi was coming, guys wanted to slay Him. When you come in that spirit, guys want to slay you. See, guys don't want to slay you when you're teaching about Esau, because you're not really getting to the point. You know, you're just beating around the bush. You have a form of righteousness. That's what you're doing. But when you really bring out Yahawashi, when man can see that you're not about the world and they can't really corrupt you and you're really about what you say, then that's where the destruction, that's when they want to slay you. That's when they want to slay you, man. And that's what the Lord was doing. So you can't tell me that these guys are of the Lord, because they're not really moving like that. Guys are getting double honored in the world that the Lord said was going to be destroyed. That's like That's like Noah getting honored in that time when the Lord's going to destroy the world. Like, how crazy would that be? You know, the Lord said He's going to flood the world, but are you getting praised by these wicked? The Lord literally, He destroyed the whole world. So imagine if Noah was getting double honored, or he was great, or men were accepting him. The Lord wouldn't have chosen Noah. Noah, he was doing things that was separate from the world. He was building that ark. And when you build the ark of the Lord, you're keeping yourself away from the world. In Yahawashi, the Lord, you have to be separate from the world. That's how you become known. The Lord, He becomes known to you when you really separate yourself from the world. You see what I'm saying? And all the men of the Lord had to go through those same things. Joseph, he was separated from his brothers, and he was known to the Lord. The Lord was made known to him. Moses, he had to flee from Egypt, and the Lord made Himself known unto him. You get what I'm saying? So all these things come in context when you're teaching about the Lord. You see? So it wasn't a thing. The Lord, He was offending guys, man. He was offending guys. He was breaking guys down. Now this is John chapter 6 and verse 61. When Yahawashi knew in Himself that His disciples murmured at this, He said unto them, does this offend you? What and if you should see the Son of Man ascend up where He was before? It is the Spirit that quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. So the Lord is telling you right here, the only way that you're going to agree with Him and accept what He's saying is you got to be in the Spirit. Because the flesh is all about being against the Spirit. You know, the flesh has a mind of its own. The flesh is corrupt. That's why the Lord said, if you're in the flesh, you cannot please the Lord. You have to be in the Spirit. You have to be in a new covenant. You have to be walking in the fruits of the Spirit to really agree with what the Lord is saying. Because if you're not walking in the fruits of the Spirit, you're not going to agree with what the Lord is saying. That's what He tells you with them scribes and Pharisees. They didn't agree with what Yahawashi was saying. They didn't want to be baptized of John the Baptist. They denied John the Baptist. They denied Yahawashi because they wasn't moving according to that. So what we see happening now in these days, guys are not accepting what the Lord is saying because they're not in the Spirit. Guys are teaching you to deny Yahawashi because they're not teaching you the right spirit that you're supposed to be in. They're teaching you a whole different spirit, man. These camps have their own spirit, which is not of the Lord. The Lord, He was offending guys, man. If you're in the Spirit of the Lord, you're in the Spirit where you're going through guys, you're telling them what it is, you're keeping it real. You're not holding back shit, man. Because when you're in the Spirit, the world can't judge you, but you can judge the world. Only men that are in the Spirit can really judge like that. So guys don't want to judge because guys are not in the Spirit. You see? This is John chapter 5 and verse 30. I can of myself do nothing. As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is just, because I seek not my own will, but the will of the Father which has sent me. If I bear witness of myself, my witness is not true, right? So our witness is not true. It's not even about us, what we're saying. It's about what the Lord is saying. And the Lord, He's speaking, man. He's speaking. So for a lot of you guys, you really don't want to do this work of the Lord. You really don't want to do this type of work. You just want to do the bare minimum where you're getting praise. See, when you teach about Esau and you teach about the mark of the beast, the world knows that. The world accepts that. But when you really teach about Yahawashi, the world hates. That's why the Lord tells you the world did not receive Him. Because when you really start to go into Yahawashi like that in the Gospels, that's when you really going to see who's about the Lord. You can easily see who's about the Lord and who's not. That's why I say, man, hey, brothers, we really can see who's about the Lord or not. It doesn't take that much. All we have to do is bring out Yahawashi. We can see. That's what the Lord was doing. He was bringing out the parables. And through them parables, Only a few stuck with him, and many departed away. Just by them parables, just by Yahawashi. That's how you know who's of the Lord or not. Now, what has happened is you got a lot of undesirables in this truth, and they're in this truth, but they're not of the Lord. They're not really following Yahawashi for those for the miracles and the righteousness that the Lord said. And so what guys are doing, they're not really separating guys through the spirit, because Yahawashi is not being promoted like that. He's not being brought out. So you have a bunch of nobodies in this truth acting like they're somebodies, when really the Lord's not even there. You see? This is John chapter 6 and verse 66. And boy, that's a spirit too. John 6 and verse 65. And he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me, except it were given unto him of my Father. From that time many of his disciples went back and walked no more with him. Then said Yahawashi unto the 12, will you also go away? And that's the true understanding. The Lord, he was having guys depart from him so many fucking times because they was not of the Lord. And that's what these parables do. When you go into Yahawashi, you really start to see who men are. But because guys are not of the spirit and they really can't discern, they're not going into Yahawashi. Because then it will be revealed that these guys on the high seat, they're not of Yahawashi themselves. Just like everyone watching them, just like all the subscribers, everyone in their congregation, in their camp. Guys are not teaching Yahawashi. They're going around things. They're teaching things that makes them look good without actually glorifying Yahawashi. Like if you teach about vocab and you teach about Esau, that's making you look good. Oh, he got a bunch of knowledge. Oh, he knows about Esau, but you're not really glorifying the Lord like that. Because the Lord tells you he's above the prophecy. He's above the prophets. Hear you him. He's the one that you have to listen to and honor. But when you honor Yahawashi, that means you're going to be offending guys. Because you're going to see a lot of guys that are not of Yahawashi, which will leave you what? All by yourself. All by yourself, man. Elijah said, I'm the only one left. One man out of 1,000. This thing is not for everybody. It's not. You see what I'm saying? So that's the importance of Yahawashi. He brings out that discernment to know who's of him or who's not. John 6 and verse 26. Yahawashi answered them and said, verily, verily, I say unto you, you seek me not because you saw the miracles, but because you did eat the loaves and were filled. Labor not for the meat which perishes, but for the meat which endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him has the Lord the Father sealed. Then they said unto him, what shall we do that we might work the works of God? Yahawashi answered and said unto them, this is the work of God, that you believe on him whom he has sent. They said therefore unto him, what sign showest thou then that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? So they guys want to see a sign from us. They want to see laser beam come out of our eyes or some crap of like some type of movie. You see what I'm saying? So guys, this lets you know guys are not going to believe until they see a fucking sign. But the sign that you guys are going to see is a sign of your fucking dead body dropping. The sign that you're going to see is going to, when the Lord comes back and you don't have that oil. That's the sign you guys are going to see. The Lord tells you that no sign is going to be given to this generation except the sign of Jonas. And he was prophesying for those many years. You see? But this thing really takes faith to believe in the Lord and do the thing that the Lord did. Now John 6 and 32, verse 30. They said therefore unto him, what sign showest thou then that we may see and believe thee? What dost thou work? Wait, what are you going to show us that we may believe? Our father did eat manna in the desert. As it is written, he gave them bread from heaven to eat. Yahawashi said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you, Moses gave you not that bread from heaven, but my Father giveth you the true bread from heaven. For the bread of God is he which cometh down from heaven and giveth life unto the world. You see? How's it going, my man?
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. Good to have me.
Yep.
Very to have on.
Yeah, hey, Salakia, man. Oh, man. Right, so it's all about you believing in the Lord, man. And for you brothers that really believe in this thing, the Lord, he's with us and he's protecting us, man. He lets us know that he's with us because he shows us through the Spirit that he's with us. How are you going to know guys are in the Lord? By the way that they're coming, the things that's coming out of their mouth. Is this sound doctrine? Is it go over what the scriptures say? That's what lets you know. You see what I'm saying? And so you can't deny the Lord in this time. A lot of guys are denying the Lord to their own damnation, but you cannot deny Yahawashi, bro, because he's letting you know. Through the Lord comes the discernment. It comes the wisdom. It comes the faith. And that's who you want to believe in. Which the scribes and the Pharisees, they didn't want to speak about Yahawashi because when they spoke about Yahawashi, people were actually believing. Matter of fact, let me grab this precept right here. John chapter 7 and verse 10. It says, "But when his brethren were gone up, then his brethren were gone up, then he also went up to the feast, not openly, but as in secret. Then the Jews saw him at the feast and said, Where is he? And there was much murmuring and among the people concerning him, for some say he is a good man, and others said nay, but he deceiveth the people." So there was always divisions with the Lord, man. That's what the Lord is bringing, division. The guys are going to believe in you. Some guys are going to hate you. Some guys are going to agree. Some guys are going to disagree. But the words you're going to be saying is true. That's how Yahawashi was moving. It says, "Howbeit no man spake openly of him for fear of the Jews." Right, and that's the whole point. Guys are not speaking of Yahawashi because through Yahawashi comes that discernment. So you're gonna know who's actually a true brother and who's not, who's actually a true prophet and who's not. The discernment all comes through the Gospels, man. You see, so the most important thing is you believing and you accepting Yahawashi, and through the Lord, that comes that discernment. Remember the Lord, he was offending many of these guys, man. That was not right. And if you're in that spirit, you're going to be offending many of these scribes and these Pharisees and these demons too. Because you have that power. And with that, man, all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahawashi by Hashem, Akakodash. Going to be on to the next one. Shalom.